Hello, this is Rod with Terracom here. I'm just going to do a quick little demo on the cat phones at this particular site in conjunction with the Panasonic phone system and the Elpas software. So right now this particular cat phone, extension 771, is off. So we turn it on by pressing and holding this button on the side till you feel it vibrate a bit, and then the logo comes on. And I'm going to walk you through the boot up process to show you that it's actually quite automatic. It will completely boot up and start up the needed applications on its own. So let's just give it some time to do so. But as well, I'll be showing you a little bit about the Panasonic phone system here and the Elpas system with a pendant, all in the same video, to kind of show you how it all talks to each other and works. So let's just let this phone continue to boot up a bit here. So it's logging in. It's got to do a few other things, and it's going to start up two different applications. It's going to start up an application called OmniGo, which is the software for the Elpas nurse call system. And it's going to start up another application called Lin Phone, which is the app that allows it to call phones. So I wanted to leave it alone to show you that it actually just does all this on its own. So I'm going to wake it up by pressing that side button and swiping up. And it actually has the two different applications, both the Lin Phone and the OmniGo on the main screen, as well as the camera system software, which we will get working sooner than later. So I will now show how you can receive a call from this phone. So like I showed you before, it's 771. So I'm gonna go to the Panasonic phone here and I'm gonna dial 771 and just hit the speakerphone. And then right away, we get a call coming in on this one. So I could answer it and get some feedback. So I'm gonna hang up, and it hangs that up right away. So for the pendant system, this is it, the OmniGo app. So I'm going to press that to start it up, and it should automatically log in. Yeah, and it did as 771. So I'm going to show you now. This is the Elpas software, which you really won't ever see because it's on the server. But if I press this pendant, room 429, I'm going to press it to trigger an alarm. And we can see pendant 429 at Barber RF, because that's the closest receiver we're at. And you see on the screen here, it showed up as well as an alarm. So we can press this button to look at the alarm, and then we can close the event. And you notice if I click yes here, it cleared it off of this screen. And if we have other phones with the OmniGo app on it, it'll clear it off of those screens as well. So I want to show you that even though this phone is locked and in sleep mode, we can both call it 771, call, and it rings, and you can see who's calling, the Assistant General Manager extension 703, which is this phone. So I'm going to hang up on that, and I'm going to lock it again because I want to show you that when I press this this pendant on the Elpas system, that it goes through, and you heard a beep. It did that doo-doo, and it vibrated. But if we actually open it up and unlock it, we can see right here, it says 429. If I click on that app, or if I flick up and go to the OmniGo, I can see it's active. So once again, I'll show you, I can press on this, and I can accept the event, close it, and are you sure you want to close it? And I'll clear it off both places, as well as other cat phones if they're in there. So let's go back to the phone app, to the Lin Phone app. So let's say you want to call from this phone to this phone. This phone happens to be 703. So basically you just dial the extension 703 and you call, and there you go. Wireless 771 is calling. It's that simple. Answer, we got some two-way voice, and hang up. It hung up on both. So that's a pretty quick lesson on how these phones work and how they can call to each other. So you can tell that these apps are running. I know it's hard to see on the screen, but you see the third icon here that kind of looks like a couple fish. That shows that this Lin Phone app, this telephone app, is running in the background. And then this app here that looks like 3 little boxes on top of each other. You know, that looks kind of the same as this, right? It's the OmniGo app for getting the nurse call alerts. And one other thing I'll go over this OmniGo app, it has a lot of extra features. So under this alerts button, this is where you'd see the active alarms that are happening right now. And you don't have any happening right now, so there's nothing going on. If you want to see a history of maybe like something that you may have missed, you can see right here, I press history, and you can see those 2 429 badge alerts that we just tested are in there, and it just goes back. So you can see a history of ongoing calls, and there hasn't been much today. So that's all there is right now. And that's all you should really have to have a look at, is just the alerts and the history. So just leave it on alerts, and you can just minimize that and just go back to this screen. So that's a very quick rundown of this system. You can always call Terracom offices if you have any questions.